Alrighty, so I think I found a strategy on how to solo Terramorphous as Zero. This is my 6th or 7th attempt until I actually figured out that the shotgun is by far the best weapon for killing Terramorphous because of how large he is. Um, when you shoot your shotgun at him, pretty much every pellet hits, and shotguns have the most overall damage as far as each shot, counting all pellets, so definitely a good weapon to use. Another thing that I've learned is placing your deception tends to confuse Terramorphous' AI, and you can really dictate where he tends to come up. Also, my Death Lotus adds Death Mark, which increases my damage from all sources by 20%. This may not seem like a lot, but with a shotgun shooting in his critical hit spots, it really adds up. As you can see, I'm using pretty much all purple weapons, nothing like extremely good, and I'm still taking his HP down extremely fast. Right here, I switched to my sniper for no apparent reason, I can't remember why, and then I just immediately switched back to my shotgun. So the key to beating Terramorphous is he has, I think, one to three, well, he has over 3 basic attacks actually. He has, I think, uh, about 4. His first one is he has a ground slam that it has an AoE centered on himself. And if you're in that area, basically you're screwed. It'll knock you in the air, do a shit ton of damage, and yeah, that's not very fun. He has another attack that is a long range kind of a whippy attack. You can avoid this if you jump at the right time. He has a swinging attack that's pretty medium range, and it has a semicircle around him. You can avoid this by either being behind him, be it with deception, or just being out of range of it, which isn't too hard if you know where he's coming up. You just need to know what attack he's about to do and make your movements accordingly. I'm going to go through all my items real quick right now. So here's my build. There's nothing really too impressive about it. Basically my build just revolves around doing as much damage as possible in a short amount of time. Normally I'm fully spec'd into the sniping tree, however I decided that Death Blossom is my new favorite ability, and this basically helps me in achieving my goal of doing as much damage as I can in a short period of time. And the way it does it is not only does it add a bunch of elemental effects, it also applies Death Mark, which increases all damage taken by 20%, and it lasts 8 seconds, which is a pretty long time actually for an ability. As you'll notice, normally sniping is the most effective, but I found against Terramorphous, shotgun is actually the most effective weapon because of how large he is. You tend to hit pretty much every pellet, and a shotgun's total damage does a lot more than a sniper unless you are fully spec'd into sniping and you land a critical hit, which isn't as easy as it would appear to be, especially with the shotgun having a significantly higher rate of fire. So that being said, here's my badass rank, nothing too impressive, pretty average for level 50. Here's my gear. All I really used was this regular purple shotgun. This could be a boss drop or a chest weapon, nothing too special about it. This is also a good weapon for this strategy. Basically any weapon with a high rate of fire is a good weapon for this strategy. I have a defensive class mod and health relic, just so I can basically survive 1 or 2 hits. It really helps to not get killed in 1 hit. And here's the source of all of my damage, this shield right here. And the way it works is basically if I don't get hit, I'm doing a bullshit amount of damage because I have 0 amp shot drain. That means that every shot I fire until I get hit by some source of damage has 46,000 bonus damage. And on a weapon that only does 5,220 times 17 pellets, of course, when you add 46,000 to that, that's an insane amount of damage. So you probably noticed in the video, as soon as I got hit the first time, the amount of damage I was doing was pretty much cut off completely. That's because of this shield. it's pretty much the key to taking him down quickly. However, there is another strategy where you just stack a little bit more survivability. Obviously, this shield only gives me 17,000 capacity. There's shields that give you well over 60,000, and you could easily survive an extra hit from Terramorphous, maybe even two. But the problem is for some reason when you're fighting Terramorphous, your shield recharges slower. I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's a glitch. I don't actually know, but anyway, that's my video. Hope you guys found it useful, found it helpful, and if you did, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Anyway, yeah, that's my character, and peace. He's gonna attack my decoy. And there you have it. A ridiculous amount of burst damage at once. This is actually surprisingly effective for boss fights.